No matter how many times they arrest me, which has been over 100, I've been arrested, detained, decided in this city for not even 2 years. It's been a year and 10 months. I have yet to see a court date. It's all a bunch of harassment and targeting, oppression by the San Francisco Police Department, the Sheriff's Department, the city government, the local government, the federal government. This is America, land of the free. If we are free, then I should be free to live outside. I'm not a criminal. I don't have a criminal history. Right now in the city of San Francisco, I have 5 warrants, and they are all for being homeless. They're either trespassing, camping, illegal lodging. So I'm so thankful that you guys are here. We're all a great big family. You know Underground Collective, they have a song, and it's called Name Yore Yo, and that means that I am one with every single one of you. We're all the same. We're all brothers and sisters. We all breathe the same air. We all bleed the same blood. So just get the word out and let everyone know we're still here.
Dismantled my
ass. We're not going to go
ass.
anywhere. Police officers, they've got kind of used to it. Sheriff's is starting to warm up to us, but we're not going anywhere, and hopefully we keep growing. I love you guys.
I'm about to get one about the people born. Remember the open mic policy. Would anyone like to speak on some of the issues facing us today here in San Francisco?
Hi everybody, I wanted to talk about, for a couple of minutes now, about a sweeping land use policy that has been implemented in the San Francisco Bay Area. It has been influenced by the United Nations, and the land use policy here locally is called Plan Bay Area. Plan Bay Area is, like I said before, is a sweeping land use policy of a public-private partnership. It is run by essentially our local regional government, that is ABAG, it's the Association of Bay Area Governments. ABAG works with MTC, the Metropolitan Transportation Commission, and MTC is our Metropolitan Planning Organization, or MPO. MPOs are federally funded and mandated transportation organizations. So Plan Bay Area itself is run by these two organizations, and what it is densification of the urban area, and they use smart growth, and they say it's sustainable development. So when you see this large building over here with a crane on top, and you find that there's a one-bedroom apartment there for $4,700, that's what they call sustainable development, okay? Right next to Twitter, because it's sustainable to have tech companies, and it's sustainable to have small housing that costs a lot of money. Sustainable in what way, though? Sustainable for the environment? No. How so? Because when I was a volunteer at Hayes Valley Farm for almost a year,
Yo, Hayes Valley!
what happened there? We had a permaculture farm, right? That sounds like sustainable. But what happened is that the term sustainable became co-opted by corporations and government. Now sustainable is just a euphemistic term that means, like, good, nice. And so Hayes Valley Farm is now Avalon Bay and going to housing for low-income housing. This comes right out of planning guide.
What did he just say?
This is what every
What did that guy just tell the cop?
Feedback is if the government can't read the number on it. Mayor Bloomberg, who Plan NYC, the same planning guide that comes down from every 21. All go on this, but the same feedback, the same corporation that have been controlling everything. So when they talk about sustainability, what they're saying is nice. It's a nice development project. And what they really mean is that it's good for them, it's sustainable for them. I'm going to be organizing soon some more activism regarding Plan Bay Area. Anytime I urge all of you to look up, do some research on Plan Bay Area.
I am on that.
PlanBayArea.org. Plan Bay Area.
I know what you do. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Loving it. Backup battery system. So what's going on? Everything might be going around. Hang out in the doorway.
strong. Feel strong. And what they're saying here is they have more millionaire mansions in San Francisco subsidized by the working people and the poor. Gentrification. The people that run this building, who do they represent? They represent billionaires. They represent Twitter. Everyone should know on Thursdays in the morning there's going to be people welcoming for Twitter. That's what they're having their eyes to show. What the hell should we give the tax subsidy for these billionaires? When people are dying in the streets, when people can't get health care. Why is it? I mean, people who run the city giving them more money, $56 million. Then they're attacking working people. That's because the city is run by the billionaires, for the billionaires, not for the working people. And you're saying the poor have to get out. The poor are the criminals. I'm saying the real criminals are up there. They're taking money from the developers. They're taking money from the billionaires and union budget. And they're saying we have to attack poor people. We have to attack public workers. We have to attack the people that don't have to. They stole the people. They took the contract. They stole millions of people out of their homes illegally.
Oh, nice.
They walk away for money. They walk away with more money. They want to know that I say we have
Best behavior I've seen at SFPD. They're on good behavior today. I might have to do a camouflage face on my hat. They're getting all beat up. See those primer ones? Those are smooth. That guy Fire Bike, he works with him in Occupied Bohemian Grove. The guy that's got the green.
This is a class war in San Francisco, and around the world. That's what we're talking about. The poor people, they were the ones that are paying the cost of this. I say we have to go on. We have to go on. The hard workers showed the way when they went on strike. We have to begin to go over. All right. We have to move on. We have to get everyone to come together and say enough is enough. So Thursday, 6:30 a.m. at Twitter, and Twitter, come and join us. Let them know we're going to beat off the game. And the people who are addicted to San Francisco doesn't speculate on it. Doesn't exaggerate taking them out of their home. We have to let people know we're going to Twitter you. Stop everything that's wrong. Stop destroying the world. Keep going for San Francisco. Keep going,
All right, so since I was out here on the streets of San Francisco, I'm going to let you guys go on the internet anymore. So what goes on here every day? Suffering or eradication. They really want to eradicate the problem in San Francisco, which kind of sounds like Rebecca Tacos or burning, by Brad. It's something that's removed. The honest truth is there every up there in this nice, beautiful office in the view of this beautiful civic center and the U.S. Plaza, and he sees with our cars and our belongings, and he doesn't like it because of the tourism that brings money here. He doesn't want the tourism for the neighborhood street citizens of the city. Latest thing that I heard is that there's 6,000 other people which companies don't know what it is. Gotten more, I can tell you that's not bad. And 36,000 vacant units, 36,000 vacant bedrooms in this city. We can house every single homeless person in the city 6 times. We house every homeless person in the city, and they can still have 30,000 units to profit off. But that's the problem. Profit. We believe, so we believe in people over profit. That means your brother and your sister sitting next to you are far more important than their worthless paper dollars. I'm not willing to step on the next person. That's why I'm considered less than by these police officers and these sheriffs who I've had personal discussions with, who I've talked to every day on a one-on-one basis, when they tell me that I have to move constantly, and I ask them, where do I go? Where do I go? Where can I go?
I want to get some shots of some of the guys that are standing up there.
For privacy or for protection from the environment. Their only suggestion is to go to a shelter or to get on Social Security and to live off their system and be thrown in the SRO to stay and die till you rot. It reminds me of the Holocaust, where people who were unwanted for their reason, our reason would be because we're poor, we're homeless, whatnot, and get rid of them by the means of taking care of them this much, just to stretch them along and string them along until they do die. I see so many young kids, whether they be disabled or drug addicts or alcoholics, whatever, go into these SROs, younger than me, I'm 36 years old. These kids go into these places, they put them on methadone when they have an opiate use problem or when they have pain problems. Methadone for free in the city of San Francisco, and they put them in these places to go and rot and die. I've known at least 15 kids this year to overdose and die. Of those 15 kids, 10 of them were probably homeless, the other 5 were out in SRO.
It's live. Not looking for any actors, just filming for leads.
No, I'm not an actor, bro. Not at all.
They want to be enslaved. If we're not a 1%, we're not at all. They want us to be enslaved either by labor and slave wages. They want us to be a prisoner in their prison system. They want us to be a prisoner in their welfare or social security system. They want us to be a prisoner no matter which way it is, because to them, like I said, we are nothing. It is not true. Who is the scum of the earth? The homeless people or the people who get paid to move them and bully them around every day? I am not a criminal. I'm not a criminal. I don't have a criminal background. I'm homeless and I'm poor and I'm an American and I get treated so poorly. I work my whole life. I contributed to their taxes. I won't do that again. I'm not going to contribute taxes towards wars that goes and kills innocent people all over. Taxes that won't show my kids a college education. Taxes that I won't see to get Social Security from when I'm older. Taxes that don't pay for your college education. Taxes that don't pay for your grandmother's medication. It doesn't work. The system is a failure. It is our job, as it says in the Constitution, that when our government fails us, that we must take control of the government and make it work again. Our Constitution says that. We still have that, and that's what we need to do.
Not skis, not handcuffs. That's homeless and homeowners in solidarity against the oppression that we're all feeling by the economics. We have another brother that has something to say. I think it's pretty important. I hope you guys are listening up there, because we're having a sleepover.
I'm 27 years old. I've been working for about 10 years since I got out of high school. I dropped out of college because I couldn't afford it, and because they didn't want to take me for financial aid for some reason when both my mom and my dad are extremely poor. I have a couple points I want to make. The first point I want to make is right now the United States is bringing in $5,000 billion for our GDP, and that's what they're telling us. But the actual GDP for this country is $1 trillion. The other $500 billion is going to the black budget. I don't know if any of you guys ever heard of the black budget, but you can research this stuff. This black budget is meant for all government projects that are unknown to us. They're not telling us this stuff. They don't want us to know all the extra stuff they have going in the military, the technology, and everything that can benefit us people. But they choose to keep us out of our knowledge just so it can benefit them. Another point that I would want to make is 1% of the money that's owned in this world, 99% of the money that is owned in this world is owned by 1% of the population. So that just gives you a perspective on how these people are running the country. They have all the money, and they don't want to help the rest of the world. And another point I wanted to make is every single central bank in this whole world, each country has a central bank. And every country and every central bank is owned by a family. That family is called the Rothschild family. You can look this up and research this. The only 3 countries that aren't owned by the Rothschild family is Iran, Cuba, and North Korea. So you can figure that out on your own. Why do you think North Korea, Iran, and this other country? Because they're not under their leaders. They refuse to
get help from these people because they know that once they get help, they're going to be in debt and they're going to be embedded to their thing. One of the Rothschilds, one of the quotes he made was, if I can control a country's wealth, I can control their law. And that goes to show you right now, look, they control police officers, they control everything. And another point I wanted to make is that I don't know if you guys have seen these past couple years, but all these new gun laws that are being passed, all the new shootings that's been happening all over these college campuses, this is all for a reason, people. Every single one of it is planned, and it's for a great reason. They're trying to take your liberty and take your gun laws away from you so you cannot hold guns. So everything's tyranny. So when everything does break out, you have no guns to protect yourself, you have no guns to protect your people, and the only people that are going to have guns are the military,
I'm hungry.
the police officers. We all know that these military and these police officers in this country are all puppets of this government, and they will do whatever the government says for them to do in order to fulfill what they need to be done. And just following orders, that's it. And that's all I have to say. God bless all you guys, man. I want the best for everybody here.
I've been doing protests for a long time, and there's been a great device. We use especially for name I need I know there's a lot of people here who don't agree with premise. I know there's a lot of people here who have so much pent-up hatred for the uniform that they leave themselves out of the messaging now. It's part of a greater strategy. They know keep to themselves, say fuck the police when they can, but generally, we're not trying to break anything, we're not trying to kill anybody, we're not trying to hurt. Peace. Non-violence is the weapon of the future. Raise your hands if you're going to end this peacefully, no matter what. In that case, I turn to the other group of people here. The ones holding the batons. The ones strapped up to the gills of the Glock 17. The ones who, some of them shot at, some of them killed, others beaten. And a few of you heroes, those signal slow. I might be castrated or burned at the stake by my peers here, but I want to thank everybody who's uniformed, or who has upheld the law but only in peace, who's never escalated a situation to violence, who's always held ground, and realized, excuse me, there's more of us, and that our law is law. Who's streets? Now, for that, about this one, I'm starting to demo. How many jobs are working? Don't feed the animals. Alright, so I'm going to take a turn on this, and I don't usually use one of these things in large public numbers, but I was recently captured by the enemy a couple weeks ago on Urban Shield in Oakland.
Urban Shield has got to go!
And as a captured prisoner, I was treated like shit. During wartime, you're at least given decent food to eat. Supposed to be kept warm. No, the sheriff's department here down in Alameda County, they torture their prisoners. Coming from the middle class, I guess you can call myself middle class, I worked hard all my life to end up here on the street with the rest of my comrades here.
We have like 70 people just on this side of the
I'm a little flustered right now.
this side of the sidewalk.
I have all this weaponry around me.
Good to see you again, bro. Last time I saw you was a Bohemian Grove.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I cut all my hair off and shit because I went full time.
Well, I mean, send me your code name, occupyrate@gmail.com.
Yeah, we met you in inLeague Press. This is, I mean, a group of us. Yeah, we were all hanging out.
Oh, right on, Anonymous.
I believe in peace and love, but I believe that if you're going to be exterminated, you have the right
we got to stay together on web.
That's why we have the Second Amendment here in this country. They're stripping our rights away, but this is nothing new to any of you. You all know that. You're all here with me on this glorious day. Remember the 5th of November. Gunpowder treason and plot. You know,
I think I'm just going to end it with saying that I love all of you for being here. I'm disgusted at all of you standing there staring at us when you stare at us. It's too bad that you're on the wrong side of the law. I wanted to mention a quick bit about concept of non-malignance. First, do no harm. So, in any situation, there is always the possibility to not make consideration for all of the potential consequences, good and bad, of any particular action. And by considering non-malignance, consider what the consequences of those actions are. How it can be done to all of us. Another thing I wanted to mention is, I don't know Buddhism.
Yeah, but what?
Like that one.
I talk a lot. I think that's kind of sometimes. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about me in case you don't know me. Here we go. I didn't told you already. I've been on San Francisco since October 2011. I live in Federal Reserve. Last time, for 18 months, last time I was arrested was on October 31st of 2012, the lovely night of last year's World Series Championship parade. Cited and arrested or detained over 100 times. Multiple scars on my body from what the San Francisco Police Department has done to me. They've abused me. They've kidnapped me. And yes, they tortured me. On that day, October 31st, 2011, it was raining. I was sick. When I got to ATP Bryant, they refused me my asthma medicine and dry clothing, which is torture by way of the Geneva Convention. We're torturing our fellow Americans. We treat ourselves worse than we would a prisoner of war. As I said, once again, these people have abused me several times. The first time was the first time our camp was taken out. Our time was fully taken out, December 5th, 2011. I have a scar on my hand from zip ties. I also have scars on each butt cheek from where I was dragged about 30 feet while handcuffed on my ass till it ripped through my clothing. Because I was arrested for jaywalking, which is an infraction, resisting arrest, and using an amplified sound device without a permit. My rights stepped on every day, all day. I've told these officers many times, and several of you heard this many times from my mouth. You are a police officer. You are here to protect and serve. To any of you who have children, when you go home at night and your children ask you, Daddy, did you get the bad guy today? Do you tell your child, yes, I arrested, harassed, and ticketed a bunch of homeless people because they're poor? And if so, I hope it makes you feel really good. And I hope you feel like a fucking hero. Because you're not, and you disgust me. And occupy San Francisco and occupy all over the world.
Well, they were asking us about
Let's go ahead and do the lineup, fellas. We've got Luck Tickin, badge number 256, Ziegler, badge number 4306. Right on, keeping it safe, guys.
If I was a police officer and I was given a direct order to violate someone else's constitutional rights, I would not be back.
Always working, I know, I'm always working.
I love a different breed, I've heard. There's not a lot of people like me. I try to be the change that I wish to see. I wish there were more people like me. I get told that often. I've been told by people that change their life forever, and that feels really good. I'd like to know how many of you officers have been told that. I've been told by people that they're happy to have met me. And I get told by people that I'm a hero.
I don't know. It's been back and forth. There's a few streams going on here. Well known San Francisco.
When I see they're ready to tell you the secret what's happening and what's going on around it, I think we need to invite everyone to occupy Civic Center, right here in front of City Hall, from the plaza, right here in Civic Center from City Hall, so people see every day this mayor, these sheriffs, these businesses, they see how many of us there are, how many of us have our relatives or employers will not hold it against us. The next speaker is Belmont. I'm going to make this real short, and it's really to all the officers around us, and all the officers that you know. I have a question for you. What is the difference between just following orders and just doing my job? What are you going to say is the difference at the Durham trial? They're around the corner, it may be years, but people have been known through time to demand justice and to give their lives for it. I remind you once again, Robert Jackson, the Supreme Court Justice and Chief Prosecutor.
For global justice.
What is the difference between just following orders and just doing my job?
Looks like about 27 minutes since the last stream interruption.
The reason the SFPD and the sheriff are doing what they do was 2.5 miles of road shield last month. There was a program called Program 1033 that lets the SFPD and the sheriff and anybody else go online and fill out an application to get online, hospital line, military equipment so they can squat up to be all bastard towards us. There's another program that was way back. It's called the Civilian Cooperation with Police. The DOD also lets you guys get fucking nice toys to terrorize us with. That's it. I'm out of here. Like you said, the veterans' voices will be heard. The people's voices will be heard. Scott Wheeler, Barrett Lee, Chief of Police Rick Sir, are you there? Oh, silence. Silence from our benevolent leaders. While the people are pissed off and waiting for you to show up at the balcony to hold some accountability. Not to yourself, not to Rosemont, not to Larry Ellison, but to the people of San Francisco. Veterans, gay, queer, straight, everybody that lives here deserves to stay here. We will not be marginalized. We will not be pushed into others' heads so Willie Brown can round us up in his affordable housing plan. You guys know about the 100-day redevelopment plan? All right, there's an expert here, named Carol Harvey. She's a citizen journalist. She's actually a biographer and author of some renown.
Yeah, it's looking pretty calm right now, folks. It's been a good day. We've done quite a bit of marching. I got to walk a little bit through memory lane back when I used to work here in the .com industry up until about 2001 when I dropped out, seeing that things were going to change. Anyway, really appreciate everybody being here, sharing San Francisco's Million Mass March.